The new video. I've not uploaded it in a very long time. I think it's about 2 months. In fact, might be a bit longer, but yeah, I'm going to do a new video today, and it's just going to be a Gran Turismo Sport decal and number plate maker. So I'll start off by picking a car. That'd be a good start. Yeah, we'll use the A45. I've made a few decals for this already. So you need to start off by going into livery editor. Then new design, and I will always start, in fact I'll start by picking my wheels. So they don't look too bad, they'll be better in different colour. No, they don't look that good really, but it doesn't matter, it's only for the sake of this video. So we'll apply a paint. I could put a black livery. So I don't think any of these colours are going to work very well with the idea I have. Then we'll do the wheels, but they're going to be in this colour. Right, next step is, what should we start with first? We'll start with the actual number plate itself. So go to other on your left hand side menu there, go to add layer. Now some only have number plates on the back, some have it on both. This one has it on both, so we'll do the front first. So click on your decals, go to shape 1, and you need to find a shape that will completely cover the plate, like that. Oh, yeah, that's the right colour. Just had a bit of a brain melt there. Then you need this. Now this is where you need to zoom in. Now your zoom is done easy, it's just R1 and then your triggers to angle, get your right area that you're going to work on, and then your R2. Sorry, I think I've just said triggers, I do apologise. Thumbsticks, isn't it? Yeah, right. So as you can see, it's now on the bottom. However, if I go up to take it off the bottom, it does it on there. So what we need to do, we need to press L1 and use your thumbsticks to adjust the skew and the scales. So I think that'll do, yeah. Now you can decide whether you want a border around it. Mine's not going to have a border, but you can put a black border around it. I'll show you how. It's really simple. It's just a case you need your black like that. Go to your editing and then use your scales again to get the right size border you wanted, and just put it around the number plate. As I've said, mine's not going to have one on, so I'll delete that layer. So first, here we go, we want font, and this is only for if you're a British driver for this number plate. You'll have to put your own country number plate code on. So G and beaten that. I think no, this goes on the bottom. Yeah. Right. So we'll move it down here because this goes on the bottom. Right. There. And I think those are about the same size. Now I need to go, and you don't have to do this, but I'm going to. In fact, I won't do this now. I'll put my my level on. I'll put my level on there. Now, this is where you put on the part of the number plate that you want. This is what you make it say what you want it to say, pretty much. So, as you can see from my channel, my name is Kyle, so I'm going to make my personal number plate for when I'm online. I don't think that's straight, is it? No. Is that a bit better? No, a bit more. I do apologise for the silence, I'm trying to concentrate, that's why. We'll say that. Right. So that's the K done. Don't have to do it all as accurate as me, all close up and everything, but it's just how I do it. Yet again, need black. KY there. Now, the ones on a British number plate are not the same as the one on here. These are an actual number one, as you can see. So I use an I. Like this. And for this one I actually use the scaler tool that we've used previously. Like that. And then I'm going to use a 3. There it is. Right. Shrink the 3 down a bit. Like that. Yeah, that's a bit more accurate. So now this is where another stage comes in that I use. And I actually, I mean it doesn't go very well, but I do attempt to try and make the number plate a bit stand out in 3D sometimes, just because sometimes it doesn't work. And that's just a case of using the scales and then use a slightly different colour than the black. So I would probably use that colour there, just because you can see it. And when you're driving round, you can actually see that just a little bit in certain parts of the track. So that is how do the front number plate. Now the rear number plate is done exactly the same, just different colours. So some cars as well, like I'll just make it all big, but some cars it'll actually start to cover some of the back, and that's when you'll need to use the scale. So use that colour, and then I'm going to try and do this one a bit quicker. Onto there. GB. The decals that I'm going to apply to this car, I have downloaded a decal off of the online. I'll show you where to get those from after I've applied the decal. But I have downloaded it from online just because it saves time from making it on the stream. Try and fit that like that. Now the words, or the letters even. See, it wasn't long back I found out how to do this, because I wasn't actually sure how to do the number plates. I'd seen people driving around with them, but I didn't know how to make them. And then I came on the decals and started playing around, finding out how different stuff works, and then I just found out that that covered the plate. So that's how I found that one out. Yes, you see now I've used the other one there, which I shouldn't have done, because it's now adjusted the skew. This one's not going to look as good just because it's rushed for the sake of this video. Finally the 3. Yeah, you can tell it's been rushed, that one. So now the decals. So we'll start with the bonnet just because it's a bit easier. And the one I've actually downloaded for this is the AMG one. Now you can't see it, so we'll try and recolor it. Should we make it white or a bit grey? We'll try it white first. Now this is going to be a bit awkward. Because now I've changed the canvas this way. The controls are opposite. So because I've got a white AMG sign, I'm going to have a white racing stripe as well. So now I've scaled that up to the bonnet of the car, and now need a colour to go on the back of it. So I'll try a red. Use that one, it's a bit darker. Then you'll move that layer down to the very bottom, and as you can see, it's not actually straight, the AMG sign, so this is where you can do your touch up. Try and make it as straight as possible, just because it helps the racing stripe a bit. Oops, that's the wrong decal, don't want that, we want that one. And again, going to use the scales tool. You need to try and cover the red and just take off a little bit of either side of the logo. So use that there. Get another one. If it's done well, you can actually tell it says AMG. Now, this one isn't done that well, to be honest with you. But now you can decide which... I've not actually tried yet, but you can decide whether you want the full colour to be a white, like this, on the racing stripe. As you can see, it's not straight, and I don't know why it doesn't line it up, but when if you line it up with the bonnet, hang on, look, as you can see, it does actually curve across the car, and that's not what we want really. So we're going to just try and do our best to try and make it straight. That's probably as good as it's gonna get. I don't like that it's two different colours, but we'll just stick with it. Don't want the rear yet, we want the roof. And you don't have to line it up perfectly just because it won't line up right. So if I line that up there, it's roughly in the right place. So now I've got to go to rear wing, add layer, and I think it'll be classed as the top, this bit. Just like that. I will show you one of my other decals for this car, and it does look better. Okay, so now that's done, I want the body. Oops, I've adjusted something, I think. We want the rear. Now this is where it's going to line up. So I'm just going to roughly do it there. Like that. And then finally I put, can't remember where it is, I think it's in here. Yes, it is. I will put this pattern on the wrong side of the car. Do it on this side, and you can mirror it. I will put this pattern, that is the right way around, on the car across here, like this. Just so it goes into the wheel a bit, and then move that over. And there you go. Oops, I've pressed the wrong button now, so it's slid. I'll put that there, and then we'll duplicate on reverse. And there you go. And to finish it off, just because it looks uneven at the bottom, actually get this white stripe here. Now I'm pressing the wrong buttons. Just to cover all of this here. And I'll duplicate that on reverse, and as you can see there's a black stripe there, and I think if I remember right that is because it's in this part, it's in the other section. Yes it is. So if you want to do that, you're going to have to do that and then duplicate on reverse like this. That's just a quick run through of how to do it. So now I'm not going to save that actually. Yes, close it, don't save. And then I'll show you the two designs I've got on my car. Now this one is a similar idea, so we'll go for preview. Look around here. It's got the AMG, it's white, it's got, I've blacked the roof out, put AMG number plates on it, and it says AMG on the bonnet. Now I think that stands out better than on the black in white with the red background. I've put the red grille piece on with AMG on that. It didn't have AMG before. So that's one of them. The second one is this, which I think I'm going to change back to for a bit. I do like this design. And that's the two fine racing stripes going up the car all the way down to the back. As you can see, this has the private number plate on. What other car? Oh, I've got my LaFerrari. Now I've changed the one on that so it's just silver with the number plate. This one here, yes. Go to livery editor again, open. I did put this on, but it misses parts of the car off, as you can see. I mean that's not on for some reason when you race, the big yellow bit there. But all this does is fades in, but as you can see inside the grills, it's still yellow. In the arch it's still yellow. But it's supposed to fade from red into yellow, and yellow is actually the base coat. And then there was the original, which there is a previous video of how I did that one. And now, see, these are the same wheels that I put on for the demonstration, and the number plate on this actually has the fine lines going through the middle. I don't know if you can quite see it, but it does. So thank you for watching this video. Hope you tune in next time. Goodbye.